Have you ever heard of twice knitting? It's a technique where each stitch is knit together with the stitches on either side of it, creating a dense, sturdy fabric that lays flat. Twice knitting is often used for utilitarian projects like rugs, placemats, and pot holders, but I think it's really beautiful and you could totally use it to make a sweater. Twice knitting compresses the stitch gauge. I'm starting this swatch out with ribbing so that the edge won't flare out. I'm also using a needle one size larger than I'd normally use for this yarn to produce a fabric that's a little more supple. Don't skip the swatch for this technique to make sure you're happy with the drape and density of your fabric. I'm working in stockinette stitch, so my first row is a knit row. I'll insert my needle knitwise into the first two stitches and knit them together. But I'll only drop the first stitch off the left needle. I'm leaving that second stitch where it is. Now I'll insert my needle into the next two stitches, one of which is the stitch left over from the last knit two together. I'm going to knit them together, but again, I'll only drop the first stitch off the left needle. I'll keep going this way until just one stitch remains on the left needle, which has already been knit together with the stitch to its right, and I'll simply knit this stitch to complete the row. My next row is a purl row, so it's time for twice purling. I'm going to insert my needle into the first two stitches, then purl them together. Just like for the knit stitches, I'll only drop the first stitch off the needle, leaving the second stitch in place on the left needle. Again, I'll insert my needle into the next two stitches, one of which is that stitch left from the last purl two together, and I'll purl them together, again dropping just the first stitch off the needle. I'll keep going until just one stitch remains on the left needle, which has already been purled together with the stitch to its right, and I'll purl this stitch to complete the row. Now I'm back to a knit row, and I'm back to twice knitting. Twice knit on the right side, twice purled on the wrong side. Look at how dense the stitches are, and you can see these distinct ridges on the purl side. You can also work twice knit garter stitch. So let us know, how would you use this dense, sturdy stitch? Tell us in the comments below, and subscribe to Interweave for more knitting techniques.